What is going on, YouTube viewers and subscribers? This is Jay Silva from SNNTEC, and today I'm going to give you a top 5 app list for the Galaxy Note 2. Now, after having my Note for about 3 weeks, these 5 apps I believe most Note owners should have, and these are pretty unique apps in my opinion. Now, let's get started. Now, my number 1 app, or the first app on this list, is called Floating YouTube Player. Now, if any one of my previous, frequent subscribers seen my Galaxy S3 top 5 app video, I had an app called Popcorn Player, and when I got my Galaxy Note 2, I looked through the market to get my hands on a copy of Popcorn Player again, and somehow it mysteriously vanished from the market with no explanation and without a trace. So, luckily for me, I found a replacement called Floating YouTube Player. Floating YouTube pop-up player, I'm sorry. Now, it pretty much works exactly the same way like Popcorn Player, but just with a little bit extra features. Now, I go on to YouTube and, click through any video you want, and you hit play on the video, the share button will pop up right here on the YouTube player. You hit the share button, and similar to Popcorn Player, you just share it through the application itself, and voila, it pops up like a, pop-up window where the video will continue to play. And you also get to listen to it and go to a text message or whatever you want to do, and it'll be overlaid in the foreground. And the best part about it, if it's a podcast or whatever, you can lock the screen and keep listening to what you want to listen to. What's a little bit better, what's a little bit better about this player as opposed to the Popcorn Player, you can minimize it that way, and also within the player you can search for YouTube videos without going back to your YouTube application itself. So I thought that was unique. App number 2. Have you ever been at a job or talking to a friend or maybe just an associate, and they're constantly talking too much and they pretty much won't shut up, and you don't want to be rude as to tell them, I gotta go, or you're talking too much, or you just want to seem like a nice, cool person that you are? Well, here's an app called FMC, Fake My Call. So I don't know how useful this app could possibly be. Fake Me a Call, I'm sorry, not Fake My Call. I don't know how useless this app could possibly be because the interface is outdated. Like, the interface is like the very earlier versions of Android back in the, I believe, the Eclair and the Froyo days. And what this basically does is you can type in a fake name and you can make up a fake number, or a real name or number, whatever you want it to be, and you can basically have this fake you a call, and you can choose the time limits between 5, 15, 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, or whatever the hell you want it to be in custom. Let's just choose 5 seconds, and John Rambo, the default number. Just hit Fake Me a Call. It backs out of the app, and in 5 seconds it'll pop up with a phone call, and that'll get you out of a sticky situation or a conversation you just quite frankly could care less about. Now, this is why I say it's outdated. You see the interface? Anybody who knows anything or up to date in the cell phone industry or whatever, you know that is not the interface for a phone call, especially in a Samsung Galaxy device. When you go to the phone settings and make a call, this is how the dialer looks as opposed to what Fake My Call just displayed. So, give or take, depending on the person's IQ and how good they are, or what kind of phones they're into, you may or may not be able to get away with that. Moving on to my next app. App number 3, Flipaclip. Now, this clip is unique to the S Pen feature in the Note 2, and I'll demonstrate. You ever been like a little kid and you used to make like little sketches, like a flip book? Like, how you make one picture of a stick figure, and then you make the second picture of him moving forward and the third picture of him moving forward a little bit? That's pretty much what it is, what this is. And I thought it works very well with the S Pen. I mean, you can also use your finger. It's not specific to the S Pen itself, but I'll demonstrate by doing maybe a 5-frame or 6-frame Hadouken stick fit character. Now, you're gonna click Add a Movie, and they'll give you the background to choose from. Let's just choose this wooden background. I'm gonna name it Hadouken. Gonna hit done. How many frames per second I want this to be? Okay, let's just say 15 frames. Hit close, save and changes. Successfully updated now. Let's draw my stick figure with the S Pen. Now, this is gonna probably look sloppy, but here's the first stick figure. Here's his legs. Here's his funny Hadouken looking hands. Let's just say he's gathering energy right here. And that's gonna be the first frame. Now I'm gonna hit at the bottom where you can add a second frame. I don't know if that's clear to you guys. And now it was kind of, you know, to get you on point to the next frame, so it won't be so crazy, I can see the shadow of the first frame that I originally do in frame 1. So that way, if I try to, you know, if I want to keep a steady character, I can pretty much try to trace over that, which is not going to be exactly the way it should be. And here's the Hadouken forming out for the first time. And that's frame number 2. Now I'm going to hit add another frame. Now I'm on frame 3. This is what frame 2 looks like, what I previously just drew. I'm gonna continue the stick figure again. This is looking very horrible on my behalf, but now I'm gonna move the Hadouken fireball a little bit forward. Now, if I want to, I can also, you know, hit the eraser tool and let's say erase that little area, hit back to the draw tool and draw some more. I can, you know, I can long press on the draw tool and I can get different pen settings. Thin pen, a little thicker brush, another bristle, marker. I can change the transparency and how deep it goes, and you know, the different colors of Hadouken if I want to. But I'm gonna X that out, and then I can undo whatever I just drew. So if I drew this line with that erase, I can undo that. I can undo it, which I just drew. You know, very similar to, like, I guess a little Photoshop feature. And you can remove the shadow, and you can have the shadow in place for your, you know, drawing reference. So that's 3 frames. I'm gonna move on to the 4th frame. Now that's horrible, but let's preview how this came out. So that's Flipaclip, and unique thing about this, you can either export this file as an MP4 or you can export this file as a GIF. Now, if you're a big Google Plus user like I am, the GIF option is very attractive. Now, my next app is Glovebox. Glovebox is like I remember an app back in the days when I had my Nexus that's called was it Waveflow? If I'm remembering the app correctly, Waveflow. And all it does is like my most favorite apps, I guess, so the most frequent apps I like to use. You like at the edge of the screen to the left side, you just move over, and I put, you know, the browser, that's the Glovebox homepage, the messages, phone, Gmail, Google Play Music, YouTube, Google Plus, and once I, you know, release the hold of my finger, boom, voila, go straight to the app. Once again, go to the phone, voila, go straight to the app. Now, if I want to go back into the Glovebox app, you know, you can go in the menu and you can go to home, bar list, configuration, you know, tweak the settings. You can add the apps, you can change the order of which you want to have, you know, your messages or your phone or whatever app you would like to add. So that's Glovebox, kind of like a, you know, a quick recent app list in my opinion. And the final app of this top 5 list is going to be a game, and this game is extremely fun as hell. I can literally play this for about a good 30 to 40 minutes. It's probably the most I've ever played on a mobile game on a cell phone, and it's called Front Run. This reminds me like a mobile casual version of Mario Kart 64. And what it is, basically, you're gonna run from left to right in a manner of like a Sonic the Hedgehog, but you get power-ups like you do in Mario Kart. You know, you get the item box, and you know, you pretty much do all kind of mayhem to stop your opponent from advancing so you can get to the finish line first. Now, the unique thing about this is strictly online. It's Fun Run multiplayer. I suggest anybody who's watching this video definitely run out and get this. And if you have friends, you can go to your friends list when you create your game, and you can personally add, here's my list of friends, nobody's online. When they pop up online, their name will be highlighted in dark black as opposed to in faded gray, what you see here. You can choose the different maps. This game has over, what, about a good 10 maps, which is pretty decent. And if you want to go quick player practice with the bots, quick play, you're going to play against live people online. Now, only disappointing thing about this should have voice communication, which would have made it a little bit, it would have gave it like the edge, like this, you know, this is a crazy game. But since you're playing against, you know, human beings with no mic, you know, you don't get the fun benefit of, you know, talking trash. Now, this game has been through a recent update, and I have a blade, which I've never seen before. Didn't get a chance to use it. See, I got the power up. Now I got this little power button right here. And what I do is add it, and then all you do is, you know, jump in advance, and you can also customize your players with you know, accessories, hats, you know, shoes, whatever. Now, as you win matches, you'll get these coins at the bottom. Like as you get more, as you play more and more. Currently, I have 213. So the more first place you get, I believe you get 7 to 15. But if you know, if you don't feel like waiting to score like more of the more expensive accessories in the game, you know, the game always offers for you to buy more with actual real money. This has been the Galaxy Note Top 5 app list from SNNTEC. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and if you think my top 5 app was a good or a decent one, hit that like button, share, and you know, all that type of YouTube engagement. This is Jay Silva from SNNTEC, and I'm out, y'all. Later.
Till day I die, I'll spend